When I got home last night from a council meeting, today being the 12th of April 2017, so on the night of the 11th, I just thought I'd jot down a few things that really were concerning me about council. I thought I'd share some of these with you and some of the things that are going on at council, so don't mind if I read them. Last night, 8 of the councillors sought a requisition to change the reporting system between the chief executive and the mayor, which would effectively alienate the mayor and allow the chief executive to avoid reporting through the mayor, as is meant to council, and thus place the mayor in a vacuum. Essentially, this move is wrong, and it takes away the authority and trust that you, the voters, placed on him when your democratic vote was exercised during the elections. I would bring to your attention that some items that should be seen and heard by the public are taken into what we call in committee, or as you would say, behind closed doors. When this happens and the public leave the chamber, common sense, even decency and manners and respect and good conduct all leave as well. The meetings then spiral down to bad conduct, which does not, I believe, befit those who represent you. Last night was a new low, and I felt threatened by their conduct towards me, so I left the table in haste as I was being abused. What happened at that committee was absolutely wrong. We have procedures and processes to deal with issues, and these were not adhered to, and the mayor was being asked into doing something which he knew was wrong. So the mayor did not want to be a part of that wrongdoing, and told them that they would have to do it without his being there, and left the meeting, and that's when their attention now focused on me. This is the second time within a few weeks that we have misused committees of council to cover up issues that the public should be aware of, and I won't be bullied into the submission. There are so many things being said about democracy, as we read in the Chronicle today, that they all say that they tried to build rapport and talk with fellow councillors. Let me assure you, this does not happen, as I have not been able, even though I try, to have any conversation with them since the elections, not even a smile or a good morning, even when I try to say hello. Are we then working together? Yes, we are at open council public meetings, but behind closed doors, the discourtesy towards the mayor and myself is unrelenting. Michael, I must say, soldiers on. I have never seen him react in any way which could be seen as stirring the pot, but is always congenial to the point of being a perfect gentleman. We deserve better from our elected representatives, and I don't believe they have anywhere near the vision or the ability to get on board and walk alongside a mayor who has such a dream for our communities of Horowhenua. On the mayor's office wall is a framed copy of his election mandate, and we are working to tick off each one within a tight time frame. It's great stuff. We have made big steps forward in many areas, and as I attend most of his meetings with him, I'm delighted with his rapport among those we meet and negotiate with. We both get on well with staff, and we have a lot really going for us. There's some good staff which help us in matters we are involved in. Now to give you just a quick update on the report of the status of the building. The engineers, of course we've got back the report from structural engineers And of course there was the Opus report. The other one's not worth reading as it was only a sort of a desktop job. But the engineers are reviewing the Opus report as commissioned by the CE, and they're also reviewing the structural engineers report as commissioned by the Mayor. And they will come back to us with their recommendations. But I must say, from me, the report that the Mayor paid for was necessary, so that he could be sure, one way or the other, as the first two reports were only desktop reports and not on-site. So you see, if they're not on-site, no faults, cracks, fractures, sinking, or poor building practices were not taken into account or not identified. The final review will give us an in-depth picture of the building's problems and show us how to manage or remediate if possible. No one should be expected to work within a building that has not been properly assessed, and so the Mayor undertook to do this even if he had to pay for it himself if necessary. To be sure, he was not placing his management and staff in a compromised workplace. This was commendable, that the Mayor should pay for it to make sure the staff and management weren't in a compromised building. I have analysed that report from structural engineers, and I believe the building to be badly designed, poorly built, and only after 9 years is showing signs of being built in the wrong place, as compaction underneath the building is inadequate to sustain the varying loads placed upon it, such as earthquakes, high velocity winds, and the continual vibration of train movements. Stay tuned, because I have the report, and the Mayor says to me that as soon as this review is back, I can release the reports to you. And if you would like a copy of that report, then I'm only too willing to send you a copy. I've got it on mail, and I can send you a copy as soon as you would like. Thank you for listening to me. There are a lot of other concerns that I would like to bring to you as well. But what is happening behind closed doors is right now my greatest concern that our public should be aware of. Thank you.